Today, I want to start focusing on slope. I want to introduce the topic of slope. And so, what is slope? Well, to get a better understanding of what slope is, first I will draw a hill. I will draw two hills, as a matter of fact. The first hill is going to look something like this. It's a pretty big hill. And the second hill, I will make it look something like this. Now, probably your first instinct is to say, well, this this hill right over here is way steeper than this hill right over here. And really, that is what we're trying to focus on. Because if I draw the vertical over the horizontal, that is this right over here. That's like the average slope. This isn't the exact slope, but it's a pretty good estimate. The reason why it's not the exact slope is because this is a hill, and I don't think it's extremely possible to find the exact slope of the hill, especially because hills are curved. And so we can't really find the slope of curves, but this is a pretty good estimate of the slope. But this is the slope. And you see this has a bigger slope because it is steeper. This one is less steep and therefore it has a smaller slope. So what is slope? Well, slope is defined as the steepness of a line. And so to really enforce this, I kind of want to start talking about some ways to know what slope is and to memorize slope. So I'm going to start with drawing a an x and y coordinate plane. A coordinate plane. There's the x and that's the y. So this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. Now, I want you to find the slope of a line that goes through the points 2, comma 3, which is this one right over here, and 6, comma 7. I want you to find the slope of the line that passes through these 2 points. That could be our line right there. And so that has to be, and I will tell you, slope is essentially the rise over run. And you will hear this a lot in your classes. Slope is equal to rise over run. And slope, which we call it m, and you will see this in lines y equals mx plus b. That's the formula of a line. We will talk about that in future videos, but the slope is the m part in y equals mx plus b, and that equals the rise over run. Now, there's a formula that you'll probably see in your textbooks all the time, and your teachers are always going to apply this formula. And this is that y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 equals the slope. And what this is trying to say, y2 minus y1, well, what is that? Well, y2, if I said 2 comma 3, if I just called this x1 comma y1, and right over here, this was x2 comma y2, always include the parentheses. Well, the slope would be the rise over run, or in other words, y2, which is 7, minus y1, which is 3, and it actually goes both ways. You can do 3 minus 7, and you'll get it because then you would have to flip it, and you would still use x1 minus x2. But it goes either way. It could be y2 minus y1 or y1 minus y2, and it could be x2 minus x1 or x1 minus x2. So this is just the change in y. That's how I like to remember it. The change in y over the change in x. So based on all this information that I gave you, I want you to try and solve for the slope of this line right over here. All right, let's work on it together. So right over here, I'm going to draw a line approximately like that. That is the X shift or the horizontal shift. And this I will do in green is the Y or the vertical shift. So based on this, let's apply. So y2 minus y1, so the m, which is the slope, I will color code this in yellow because I will write m in yellow. The slope, which is m, equals y2 minus y1. In this case, that's, well, y2 is going to be 7, or you could say 3, but I'm just going to say 7 for this. So x2 is going to be, so this is 6 comma 7, and this is 2 comma 3 over here. So the y2, which is 7, minus y1, which is 3, because that's the y coordinate of the first point, 3, over x2, which is going to be 6 over here, minus x1, which is the x coordinate, which is 2. So now when we solve, we get 4, 7 minus 3 is 4, over 6 minus 2, which is also 4. So this is a slope of 1. And I will leave you there with the idea of a slope, and we will build on this in future videos. I just want you to understand what slope is, and give yourself some examples if you want to practice slope. And I will see you in the next one.